How you going, people? I wanted to pull out the old, we'll just call it my sniper shotgun. It's not really a sniper, but if I reach out and touch you. So this is I think it's a 1187 Remington. I've got it covered up with all kind of crap, so I can't really tell. It says here that it's a special purpose, but this little plunger right here lets me believe that it's a 1187 or like the Remington 1100. So I'm pretty sure this is a Remington. I put an extended magazine tube so it'll hold more rounds. I think it'll hold 7 or 8. I usually put these on all my shotguns. I think it's an easy adjustment. It's worth the money because you get more rounds in the chamber. This is called a side saddle. It just holds, these are slugs, because this shotgun, you know, a lot of people, oh shit, there goes my coffee. Damn. Hang on. Disaster cleanup. I can't blame this on my cat. Normally I would blame that on my kitty cat for knocking it over, but he's downstairs being a good boy. Alright, so I took this off one of my other shotguns because it was rusted, and I think I bought it on eBay, and all I wanted was the internal metal part. I didn't really care about this part. So like other things, I end up with a bunch of pieces that I can spill coffee on. Okay, so the coffee mess has been settled. So I think I was at, this is a side saddle. Slugs. Normally you wouldn't have a scope on a shotgun, but if you're shooting slugs, I mean, you can reach out and touch somebody, and let me tell you, I'll see if I can't find a video of the power of a slug, but you don't want to mess around with a slug. So I'm just going to take this thing apart, give it a good cleaning, maybe put some wax on it, and try not to knock my coffee over again, and we'll get started. So anytime you have this, normally on a shotgun you just unscrew this piece to take out your spring. But when you put this magazine extension, it's a longer spring, and it has this little piece right here, which is normally just a screw with a little twist off here. So I should be able just to twist this off. Once I loosen it, it should slide right off. And of course fall in the most awkward place that I have to get out on my hands and knees. And it went all the way to the back freaking wall. Oh, shit. Nothing's freaking easy. So this is what the piece looks like. It didn't have all this dust on it till it rolled around my damn floor. But I'll go ahead and clean that off, put a little wax on that too. So once you get that off, now your tube will unscrew. Once this unscrews, you want to hang on to it because the spring will shoot it up. So keep a good grip on it. Ain't nothing going right this morning. So what do we got here? So I'm pretty sure this is a Remington because Remington has this little seal right here, this gasket. And that's the one thing that a lot of people don't check. And if it gets cracked or thing, your gun will malfunction. So, and when you pull these off, these grooves at the end here, you don't want to roll this over these grooves because it puts these little scares. This is pretty smooth. I must have polished this down because this is like really smooth. So I could roll this off with no problem. So now I have two pieces. I have my magazine tube, which I need to clean and wax up. my spring, and then this part right here, my grip should slide off right now. So this is all plastic, although there is a little metal piece in there. You see that little metal piece? I'll have to pull that out and put some wax on that so it's not rusting. None of it's rusting. This has been kept in my safe. I'll check the barrel. I don't know if you guys can see down that barrel or not. I don't know if you can see down it or not. Guess I get a light down it. That would help. So I'm not sure if the barrel is clean or whatever, but I'll go ahead and put a patch down it. And I mean, so far it looks pretty good. I don't see any rust. It's got like a parkerized finish to it. This is the lower half, and of course the upper half. I'm not going to pull off this side saddle, which means I'm probably not going to pull the bolt out, because in order to take my trigger guard out, I have to remove these two screws. And if I remove these two screws, it takes the side saddle off. And if I remember correctly, this side saddle was kind of a pain to put on. So I will probably just lock this back, reach all up in here and clean. It feels like it's got a nice coat of wax on it. Clean this tube off. I might want to take this off. We'll see when I get in to the meat and potatoes of this, how much I want to do. Alright, so let's let me get some gloves on here. So it's Sunday morning. It's about 32 degrees outside here in Texas. And I probably should have put my heavy duty gloves on instead of these. These I think are like 4 mil. I like 7 or 8 mil. These other ones are a little bit more expensive, but they've got these little ridges and they're pretty thick and they don't tear very easy. So normally when I'm cleaning guns with sharp edges, I'll use these so I don't cut these. These cut and tear easy. But we'll see how it works out. What do we got here? I gotta get my oil or my paste wax out of here. Get that opened up. As you can tell, I normally don't plan these videos. I just go by fly. I'm not trying to press everyone on my wonderful skills. So I'm going to put a little wax on this bad boy. I might have already put wax on it, just don't remember. Oh man, that has some... Does that have a choke? I feel like it had some pretty strong rifling in there. Wow. So, somebody asked if I was still using Renaissance wax. I do still use Renaissance wax. Renaissance wax, pretty expensive for a small, works really well, but it dries really, really hard to buff off. This Johnson's paste wax goes on easy and comes off easy. So, I'm kind of a fan of that. For easy wise, this Johnson wax is pretty good. This wax is not for lubricant, it's for protectant. Like I said, I have not seen or found anything yet that stops rust like wax. I mean, it's just freaking amazing. So, I'm kind of... Now when I get the spring here, I mean, I could get technical and put it on my finger and roll this all the way through, but I'm just going to put a little wax in my hand here. And then I'm just going to roll it around the spring. And that's going to get some wax protection on it. Maybe not great, but if it does rust a little bit in one area, I'll know I missed the wax. And I haven't seen these springs rust too much, but once they start getting dirty and if you don't clean them, they will rust. This magazine tube here, let me get a little coat of wax on it. That's that extended magazine. Anytime I have grooves like this, I usually get a little toothbrush, put a little wax on it, and then I just give it one of those. And that way I know I'm getting wax in all those little grooves. And like I said, I'm not too concerned about whether or not I get it all off. It's not going to hurt anything. And then that metal piece in here, if I can figure out how to get it out, sure it's got to come out. Just want to make sure I put it in the right way. Okay. Because I got a little corner there, I'm going to go ahead and wax that corner with a... Oh, look at that. See? There's a little bit of right in that little corner thing. Don't like that color of that Q-tip. But, doesn't matter. Okay, that's back in there, and this piece is pretty much done unless I want to shove a large cloth down the barrel to see what it's like. Got an old sock here, probably cut a little piece off of that. This sock and some scissors. Make me a little patch to go down this barrel. Let's run it down there by itself and see what it does. Got a little more dirt than I would like. Sure does look pretty bright down there though. I'll just go ahead and put a little wax on this cloth here. We'll shove that down there a couple times. Spinning it. Looks like I got a little dirt out of there. Wow. I think it made that metal a little more shiny. Shove some wax right in this. So I'm spinning the barrel in my hand instead of spinning the pole. And now I'm going to come in from the other end and do the same thing. Alright, see what this bad boy looks like. Oh yeah, it looks pretty good. I don't know if y'all saw it before with the light. That's what it looks like now. Maybe that's too much light. So that's good. I'll take a fiber cloth, which I really don't think I need to do. but I can rub off a little of this top wax, and then this thing can be ready to put back together. So this looks a little dingy and a little waxy. Once I get that wax off, it's like a nice wax car. Protected. I'm going to put that same cloth with the wax down this thing. Oh, I got a lot of dirt down that thing. So what I did is this magazine tube, I went ahead and cleaned it like I did my barrel. And man, a lot of stuff in there. Don't like the looks of that. Wrap this around a little bit here. Oh yeah, much nicer. Woo! Yeah, that cleaned that up very nice. Alright. Put a lid on this thing so I'll stop smelling that oil. As for the back, I'm going to put a little wax on the stock here. Not going to hurt it. Go ahead and wax this up over here. Because this is Parkerized, I don't see Parkerized rusting a lot. I wonder if I can pull this off without taking. Get to the top here. That's pretty clean. That's pretty clean. Yeah, maybe I'll just pass on that. Put a little coat of wax on that. Sure does make it look nice after you get that coat of wax on it. And that moves like silk. A little gas tube there. Roll my little pretty shotgun. Watch my fingers here. Alrighty. Put my little pin back in. And I should be good to go for just a nice little wax job there. Let's see if we can get this sucker back together. You have to line up this back piece with the front hole, and then it should slide right back down together. Once that's on there, put our spring back in here. Well, first put this on here, I guess. Make sure that little piece is straight. That goes in there. If I release this bolt, it should help hold this barrel in place while I get the spring in. Probably can't see me doing this spring thing, but I'm just sliding the spring on and back in here. Getting a spring on this tube on this end. The hell is that? Oh shit, the spring must have bounced into wax. So I'll get the spring over here. Then you gotta finagle it down, compress it on both ends. Get this started. Right here, all I'm doing is twisting this. I want to hold this back like so I can twist it more. I'll lock this to the rear, see if I can get another twist. I can't. I usually don't get pliers and go any further. I mean, I could probably put a soft pliers and put maybe one more torque on here, but to me it's good enough. And works. Got it. So now I can just wipe this off and back in the safe it goes. Gave it a little check for some rust preventative there, and we should be good to go for I don't know how long. I didn't really wax this piece, did I? Alright, that should keep moisture and dampness, which causes rust. And pull out a couple of my other shark guns and I'll probably do them. So this is the special purpose 1187 slug shooter. It's got a rifled barrel. Most shotguns do not have a rifled barrel to make those slugs more accurate. Alright, hell, wasn't that there? Y'all have a good one.